In a country to the east, there lived a carpenter named Ali Baba. Ali Baba was a poor man who lived alone with his wife. Every day, he would take his donkey and go into the forest. He would chop some wood and sell it at the market. One day, while he was in the forest chopping wood, he heard the sound of horses coming quickly toward him. He looked around and saw many horse riders with terrifying appearances. They looked like thieves hiding fast. The donkey hid behind a tree, and he climbed onto the tree of the horse riders. They arrived and stood under the tree, and Ali Baba counted exactly 40 of them. They got off their horses, each carrying a heavy sack, clearly full of gold. Their leader stood before a huge rock and said in a loud voice, "Open, Sesame." Suddenly, the rock moved and opened like a door, revealing a large cave. They all entered. After the last one entered, the rock closed on its own. Ali Baba was shocked, but he remained silent. After a while, the door opened again. The thieves went out, each one going his own way. The leader said, "Lock it, Sesame." And the rock closed. Ali Baba came down from the tree and said, "Well, why don't I try?" He stood in front of the rock and said, "Open it, Sesame." And the door did open. He entered and found treasures: gold, silver, jewels. Unbelievable things. He took 3 small sacks. He went out and locked the door just as he had heard. "Lock it, Sesame." Now, he carried the items on his donkey and took them back home. When he arrived, he showed them to his wife, who couldn't believe her eyes and thought Ali Baba had stolen them. "Where did you get all this gold from?" Ali Baba told her everything that had happened. She was pleased. They sat together. "Help me count them. I want to know how much gold we have. We'll dig a hole and bury this gold in it. You dig the hole, and I'll borrow a measure from your brother Qasim." Qasim, Ali Baba's brother, was a wealthy merchant, but he was extremely greedy and never assisted Ali Baba. Ali Baba said to his wife, "Be careful, but don't mention the gold to him. No one needs to know." His wife went to Qasim to borrow a measure. Qasim, knowing they were poor, said to her, "What will you do with the measure? You have nothing to measure." Ali Baba's wife lied to him, but he didn't believe her, so he went to put some honey under the measure. Before he could let her in, his wife returned home and began measuring the gold. When Ali Baba's waiting period was over, he went and buried the gold in a large hole. When he finished, his wife returned the measure to Qasim, not noticing that a piece of gold had gotten under it. When Qasim took the measure and saw the gold, he was shocked. "I want to know where Ali Baba got this gold from." Qasim couldn't sleep all night, and the next morning, he went to Ali Baba and showed him the gold that had stuck to the measure. "I thought you were poor. Where did you get this gold from?" Ali Baba told him everything and said, "But don't tell anyone. I'll tell the thieves who made it." Ali Baba realized Qasim might do this, so he had to show you the location of the cave. "The cave is behind this rock, but we must hurry." The thieves soon returned. Ali Baba and Qasim returned home, but Qasim couldn't think about anything other than the cave. He took some horses with him and went back to the cave. As soon as he reached the door, he said the sentence Ali Baba had asked him, "Open, Sesame." The large rock began to move. The cave opened. Qasim couldn't believe his eyes. He was amazed by the sight of gold outside. He quickly began to fill the jar he had brought. When he finished, he headed toward the door. But the door was locked, and he forgot the words to open it. He started saying something. "Open the door. Open." rock, open, cave. He didn't see Ali Baba. He said to him, "I've come from a long journey, and I'm bringing jars of olive oil. I heard you're the richest merchant in the area. Maybe you'd like to buy some from me, Ali Baba." He invited him to dinner, thinking he was a merchant. The thief brought 40 jars of oil with him and entered Ali Baba's house. Ali Baba told the servants to prepare a delicious dinner for the guest. She heard strange noises. "We'll leave now." "No, not now." I understood that the jars didn't contain any oil, but the thief was hiding inside. I ran to the kitchen. She washed the oil. She poured the boiling oil into each jar again. The thieves burned the jars, but they tried to keep quiet so they wouldn't be exposed in the middle of the night. While people were asleep, the head of the thieves went to the jars. "Come on, get up now. Come on, get up." And not a single sound. He opened the jars and was shocked by what he saw. He was afraid he would be arrested too. He ran away and never came back. The next day, Qasim's wife told Ali Baba what had happened. From that day on, Ali Baba and his family lived a rich and happy life.